Hey everyone, hope all is well. Woo! I'm exhausted. New things going on, projects. Got my little 10 pounds down today, and then I messed it up by having some apple pie. I mean, I didn't eat a whole slice, but it kept staring at me. The pie kept looking at me, and before I knew it, I took it home and put it in the microwave and a few bites. You know the rest. Help your girl. It was so good. Okay, so yeah. Okay. But this right here, I got videos lined up. But I checked back on this and I kind of moved this one to the top. So hopefully I can get some rest and then try and do some more uploads this evening. Plus working, try and check out another project. So we all know what happened, unfortunately, to Mr. Robert Bray Jr. And it angers me that it happened. It also angers me that it didn't have to be. But I know, Big Mama Almighty, you ain't gonna keep my son in there. She should have kept him in there. And she would be alive. And so would the ex-girlfriend. And so would Mr. Robert Bray Jr. I don't understand. There needs to be some kind of study, some type of psychological evaluation, a psych eval, to find out what's with these mothers, especially in the BC. That's what I'm talking about. What's with these mothers and these sons? I don't understand. No accountability. By the way, for those traders, hey, AMD, I added to my position. It's at 89.34. Wish me luck. Kind of put an order in for like maybe 16 G's in that. So I'm going to see what happens. And then I'm just going to sell for a little profit. That's all. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking at it now. It's at 89.36. As of right now, looking at it on Charles Payne. Okay, so let's hope my trade goes well. Not saying for you to do it, but hey, I'm noticing it's coming up. So hey, let's hope my trade goes well. Okay, Robert Bray Jr. Let's go ahead, and I want you to look at something. And this is not to bring anybody down. It's just informative. This is our reality. So check this out. This is by, I believe, his daughter. I did a video on it. It's been all in the news, okay? So, again, he married a woman. Forget her name, but I think the boy that did it was Jonathan Welch. I think that's his name. Remember, he had like some crimes planned against the ex-girlfriend. He was arrested, and then the mom posted a bill at $10,000. So, it says, the lady who put up the GoFundMe, this is her dad, and our heart goes out to her. The GoFundMe says, my name is Robin Thomas, and I'm trying to raise funds to make funeral arrangements for my father, Robert Bray Jr., who was horrifically murdered by his stepson on July 10th, 2022. Sweetheart, if I were you, I would put his name out there. I believe the name, if I'm not mistaken, my apologies, but I believe the name of the alleged murderer could be Jonathan Welch. Put his name out there. Put his mama's name out there. Well, I'm sorry, she's deceased. So much for that. My family is devastated. He just had surgery from lung cancer and was doing well. I never thought I would be making his final arrangements, and I am not prepared. I'm not sure what type of benefits he had, but they are not accessible to me. He is married, but his wife is fighting for her life right now on life support, and we're hoping that she will make it. But in the time that we are waiting to see if she pulls through, arrangements still need to be made for my father. And of course, the update is that she did not survive. I just don't have the means. My father was a kind-hearted, hard-working man that helped people for many years as an LPN nurse and served in the Air Force. So a productive life has been taken from the community. His story is all over the news, and I just don't know what to do. Any help will be appreciated. The link to the story. The man survived lung cancer and was doing well. LPN nurse and served in the Air Force. Survived lung cancer, being in the Air Force. Just can't survive that dusty, that deadly, diabolical, debased, inferior dust bucket entitled No Accountability Dusty. The black man is the princess, especially the Dusties. Now, if you're hardworking like this man, more than likely, and you're family oriented, more than likely you'll be just what he was. What was this man? An LPN nurse and served in the Air Force. So when you're like that, in the black community, thanks to a Dusty, you have a high chance of ending up dead. The Klan didn't take his life. Well, not the kind you think in the white body. Well, it was a black man that basically worked for the Klan. And I've been saying that. Then just started last week. I've been saying that for months. Black men that work for the Klan. But hey, the Dusty's still here. So, this here, he was murdered by the stepson, allegedly. Now, the part that made me feel sad was he says, I'm not prepared. And I thought about it. Black America, we're never prepared. We are never always caught up under the radar. We ought to see that coming. We are never prepared. Not sometimes. No, never prepared. Then she says, I'm not sure what type of benefits he had, but they are not accessible to me. Now, more than likely, he had them accessible to his wife. But now she's gone, thanks to her son. Again, this man could have been alive, but she had to go get her dust bucket son. There needs to be a psych evaluation for these men, especially in the BC. There needs to be what the hell is wrong with you? This man should be here resting in his home. The ex-girlfriend should be able to go and live her life. My gosh, she had a child. So I guess those will be the next two GoFundMes. I'm sure that young woman probably didn't have life insurance. I'm quite sure about that. I just can't recall her name right now. And I doubt if he didn't have it, me might have put up the little $10,000 bond. With Blackistan, never prepared. So you came up with $10,000 for a bond. You could have bought a life insurance policy. Could have been bought whole life. And now the daughter, she's not prepared. I guess they got the tape around the house. Food had to set on fire. No access to his benefits. If he's some type of veteran or something, the benefits might go to the wife. But see, one thing about black people, and I love us for real, but this blows my mind. I notice how people with money move. If something happens to me right now, hoping not, I don't have, and I'm a little person, I don't have like major money. But I can assure you, my life insurance papers, when I got a new policy, I already sent it to the oldest two. If something happens to me, here this is. I'm fine. Life happens. Put it someplace safe. You have email. You need to set up a separate folder that just says life. Okay? If something happens, this is it. You have a low-paying job, you don't have to worry about, and I live way below my means, trust me. You might see me on paper and then see how you be like, ain't no way in hell. I live way below my means. That paper says otherwise. You got a low-paying job, you want to go back to it, which simply, it won't be no, well, I got 3 days. You can tell them goodbye and good night. If you have brokerage accounts, you're trading stocks, there's cash and portfolios. I hope you got the time of death forms. And again, I'm a little person. I'm not one that's made of money. I wish I was, but I'm not. Not making it rain over here. That right there, time of death forms. You can update it, percentages, make sure somebody has it. But see, and I know there's people that have trust and all, and somebody told me, and I just been so busy. It's on my list, way at the bottom. So much to do. You need to get a trust. So that right there, it's been months since I spoke with the attorney. Oh my gosh, really, I'm dealing with some other things. But with Black people, we don't have the less, and I don't understand always we come up with this. Oh, I don't want them in my business. Well, I have a news flash for you. I don't understand Black people, the ones at the bottom, people that have money, if they were to drop, there's paperwork already in hand. Me, my last ex-boyfriend, something happens, got a life insurance policy in case something happens. The house is paid for. You know, you have to pay the HOA for where the house is located. The house is paid for. You'll get this house. You can use it as income properties. I said to myself, the income property, the hell, I'll be living up in it. The HOA is kind of high. But that's how people with money move. So it blows my mind. In Blackistan, we always come up with it. I don't want them in my business. Oh, what business? Like it's some secret. I don't want them all up in my business. Well, guess what? When you die, you're going to have the whole world up in your business. Because guess what? You're going to be on the GoFundMe. I don't understand it. I don't want them up in my business. Life is business. They need to know what the heck to do. As this young woman said here, she is not prepared. And whatever benefits he had, they're not accessible to me. So now it's going to be a long, long journey. Because let me guess. You don't even have a POA with the power of attorney. A power of attorney, you might can go do a little something. They have something, and I'm not giving out any kind of legal advice. Each state may vary. They may have something called, is it will of monument? I can't believe. Maybe can go try to file something like that. Can't get control of nothing. But that's how Black folks do. I don't want nobody up in my business. Well, guess what? This day and age, oh my gosh, it's like we just came here last week. We can't get a paperwork together to the oldest child. Well, maybe the mammy the mammy is gone too, thanks to her son. They all gone thanks to her son. A backup in place. Again, I'm just showing my information. The two oldest, something happens. Here's the policy. And what they don't know is really more than one policy. Okay? But yeah, things happen. I have to get stuff together. Trading accounts. Somebody's got to get the money. Dang. Somebody has to. Please have your time of death form. I'm begging you. I don't care. Well, it ain't no money. It's only $20,000. It ain't no money. Somebody got to get it. And on bank accounts, think about it. If you don't have signature cards and things like that, a newsflash, you need to have signature cards. And that can be difficult because I know with people, that can be an issue because with trust. Because sometimes when you do something like that, man, that person got access to your account. That can be kind of scary. So maybe you can Google stuff, get some information, but we need to get our affairs in order. And my other thing is this right here. For older people dating, I'm going to say this right here. You're a decent man trying to have something. Don't deal with these women and their thorns. If they're dealing with the dust, you might want to keep it moving. So that I just take issue with. I'm like, and she's not prepared? Of course not. They didn't expect this to happen, but it did happen. The other thing is this. So it was 6:15 yesterday, and I'm using this as an example. So today, they've raised $2,530. Dun, 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 dun. Who you think made all the donations? Shamika, Tracy. Let's just see all. And it may not show everyone, but I want you to look at this. Don't forget all these kings. And they so tired of black women and black women. I'm so tired of them. All these tutors. They show wearing weave. All these tutors. They think they something. Remember that video I did about the guy, Charleston White? And he was saying, and I showed you the pyramid. based upon the structure of individuals, like, white, Asian, Hispanic. Then they had black women and black men at the bottom. And what did Charlton White say about Kevin? Oh, he was letting us know how to, deal with these women. He didn't say women, but you know what he said. Because for long, they were looking down on us. So, don't forget, all these dust buckets, all these black men that's got complaints about black women's. Now, this here on the screen, a black man is deceased. What the hell a minute? Black woman, do you have to do every darn thing? Look at the donations, look at the names. Now, some of them are anonymous, but I ain't seen Cletus, Sharmika Harris, Lasagna Belcher, Genia Perry. Now, some of these may be women of other races, but I'm quite sure black women, yeah. I'm quite sure. I am quite sure. Check this out. So, look at the names on the list. Look at the names, and then you can see who's doing most of the donations here. And I'm sorry, I got distracted for a quick moment. Okay, so are we ready now? Shamika Harris, Lasagna Belcher, Genia Perry, Tracy McGee, anonymous, Laura Elsaman. Oh, here's a man, Reginald Campbell, Kachia Evans, John Garozo. John Garozo, that sure don't sound like a black man's name. It sounds Italian. Just saying, which is fine. But I want you to see the names. Quintella, Nakia, Quintella Prescott, Nakia Frazier, Samara, Amelia. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? All these women, anonymous. All these women. So here's my question to you. Where are the Menzes? When you gonna step up? When you gonna step up and be a man? When you gonna step up and say, "Hey, we're the man. We got this"? I just want to know. When are you gonna step up and say, "Hey, we are the men. We have got this"? Most of the names on here are women. What, Tyrone, where y'all at? Hello? Somebody? Anybody? I see Tracy, Jania, Lasagna, Sharmika. Here is a man. From what I see, it will be a respected person in the community. And now he's been murdered by a dust bucket chocolate drop black man. A black man that basically works for the Klan, in my opinion. Look at the money raised. Look who's putting the donations up. And I don't want to hear, well, some of them said anonymous, and I bet there was some black men. You need to stop lying. You need to stop lying. I'm not, that's not going to fly over here. Sometimes it's anonymous. It could be people of other nationalities sometimes. So you're not going to don't try to throw no, well, it said anonymous. I bet it was, no, it wasn't little TT. It wasn't Kevin, Tyrone, Jaquanda's brother. That's who's, not buying it. Who has to come up for a black man? Most of these names are women. And I'm going to assume mainly black women. From the GoFundMe to having their children to working, if black women pull their dollars out of the black community, you think the business is now closing because of crime? Oh, they'd be gone by overnight. You saw how Audi did, even though they leash wasn't up. Why'd you leaving? Your leash ain't up. I'm sorry, that is making me laugh each time I think about that. You see how abruptly all this left, even though the leash wasn't up. Go back and watch that video. That person commenting that, oh, you just cracked me up. But seriously, what would they do without you? But always running their mouth and always complaining about these sisters. Y'all can't put this decent black man in the ground. Where are you? Dusties. Where are the men? Black women. So I guess we have to some more black women to donate so they can have the goal is 10,000. Where the men at? And I know they've seen the story. Black women, as usual, when there's something that has to be done, when there's something to do, it's a necessity. It's always up to black women. It's always up to you. So I just wanted to point that out. I hate the family's going through this. Man survived lung cancer, the Air Force, had a career as a nurse. His wife, she lived with her sons. And now the young black woman gone, so somebody has to raise her baby, which he threw out the window, and then set the house on fire. Dusties bring drama, death and trauma. The financial implications is too much dust in the nation. And I'm out.